Okay, wait. I gotta find Instagram. It always hides from me when I need it. Okay. We are live on Instagram. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
This is Stacy Jackson, and I'm coming to you live from the Atlanta metro area on today, September 16th, 2024. I'm here to as our 20 I'm sorry for our Strands 2024 Meet the Designer series for our Strands 24 Fall Show that'll be happening September 28th and 29th at the Sweet Auburn Music Festival in downtown Atlanta.
Whoop, whoop.
So yes, I would like to introduce you to Miss Lazheta Richardson of Ava Rose Crochet.
Hello, everybody.
She is returning to us for the second time in a year. She first presented at Strands 2024 Spring in March in our South Fulton, Georgia show, and she was a delight. We all loved her work, and she's very much a very I can't talk.
It's okay.
It's a delight to be around and a treat to have on our team.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
welcome aboard, Miss Lazheta. Would you
Thank
like
you.
to say some words? Introduce yourself. Tell us
Okay,
who
I'm
you are.
Lazheta.
Yes.
You
Go
said,
ahead.
oh, go. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I'm Lazheta, and my brand is Ava Rose Crochet or Ava Rose Creations. And the name is in what do you say? This my name came from my mother and my daughter. So my daughter's name is Ava, and she kind of got me back into crochet. And then my mother's name is Rose, and she's the one that taught me how to crochet. So I like to commemorate them through my name. So I was going through a lot of different names, and that one was just like, that just sounded perfect. My
Yeah.
mother wanted me to name my daughter Ava Rose, and I was like, no. And now I wish I would have.
Right. Well, it's living vicariously through your other
Yes.
creations, the
Yeah.
other things that you birthed.
This is all her fault. All of this yarn is her fault. She put me back into doing this. So,
Well, that's
yeah.
good.
So, and I've been crocheting again. Well, I learned when I was about 11, and I just started back after during the pandemic. My daughter wanted to learn how to crochet, but of course her patience level is not there. So, and then neither is mine trying to teach her. So,
Right.
so I ended up taking all her yarn and just trying to do some things on my own. And so I started going on YouTube, and it's just from there. I started with my hats. Where's my hat? So this is how I started
Uh-huh.
into fashion. I started with hats. I was just like afraid to put it on Facebook because I'm thinking maybe nobody's going to buy it, or a lot of people is going to want it, and then I won't be able to keep up. So
Right.
I have had both spectrums, but right now I am like getting a bunch of orders, so I'm excited about that. So that's how I started.
All right, great to have you back.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you have decided to join us for our fall show, which is going to be completely different than the spring show, but it's a great opportunity for exposure to a whole different crowd and demographic.
Okay,
We
cool.
have Miss Rochae Topping joining us. Yay, she made it.
Hey, Rochae.
Good.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, and you?
We are doing well. Now, a trick, if you want to appear like us, you can turn your phone landscape.
I think I have this here. It's
Oh.
off.
Oh, it's your thingy is off. What do you call it? The rotation. Oh, well, if your rotation is off, don't worry about it.
Oops. Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. How are you today?
I'm well. I'm doing great. Thank you.
All right, Miss Rochae Topping. Am I saying that correctly?
Perfectly.
Okay. She is a newcomer to Strands. She hit me up and wanted to be part of this this series of shows, and we gladly brought her on. She's coming to us from Ohio, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Can you please introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, where you're from, where you reside, and what you do when you're not crocheting. And I want that question back to you, Lazheta, after she answers it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So my name is Rochae. I'm originally from Jamaica. I live in Ohio, Akron, Ohio, to be specific. What I love about living in Akron, Ohio, is that it's so boring. There's nothing to do except to sit and crochet. So it's the perfect place. So when I'm not crocheting, I spend my free time. I love to play tennis. I love to keep active. When I'm not playing tennis, I'm reading or traveling or writing. But I just love to stay creative.
Yes. Aren't you a model as well?
Oh, that is true. My background is in modeling.
Cool.
So that's right. Model turned crochet artist. I think it was the tactile thrill of crochet that gave me a new sense of purpose. For me, when I first heard about crochet, it was quite serendipitous because I was like, oh, Rochae, crochet, crochet, crochet. And being a model, everywhere I go, people would always want to talk to me about what I'm wearing. And, by crocheting my pieces and wearing it, people are talking to me about it. And I realized that, I am a brand. So I started to reflect that in my crochet pieces. And hence I attach, I came up with Rochae, the brand, but then I was like, I don't know, something's missing. Hence I came up with Crochet. And I think it was just a genius name, and just representing my brand. And for me, my brand represents opulence. Opulence is just like great wealth and luxury, because I like nice things, don't we all?
Right.
So my brand is to bring out the opulence in you, meaning I want to bring out the best in you. I want you to feel your best when you wear my clothing.
Okay. Sounds great. Now, did you say how long you've been crocheting?
Oh, I have been crocheting for about 5 years. I'm a self-taught crochet artist.
Okay.
So yes, like I said, serendipitous. Rochae, crochet, I picked up the hook and I haven't put it down since.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, welcome aboard to our little hooker crew. So, all right, Lazheta, what is it that you're doing when you're not crocheting?
Well, I am a huge house head. I love house music. So I go out partying. I go dancing. I have to go at least once a week. Go out and hear some good house music and get my energy. Crochet has taken the place of my workout. So I need to get out and get some movement. So that's the way I do it. So now that the weather is changing, we'll be back inside. We've been outside all summer at the house picnics and different places. So I do that. And then I have small children still. My twins are 14 and I have 2 older children, but I'm still with my 2 twins. And so I have to spend time with them, and we go out and go to the movies and do family time stuff. So we're always busy doing something.
Well, that's good. That's good. We were just talking about how you love the sun and being outdoors, and I like gloomy weather and being indoors.
Right. Love the sun.
Yeah. I love it when it's not beaming down hot. Like I said, I don't want to be all sweaty and sticky anymore. Those days are over.
Oh, yeah.
All right, ladies. Again, thank you for joining our Strands Fall 2024 show. Are you ready?
Okay. Yes.
All right. So what brought you to the world of crochet, Lazheta?
I guess so. My family, I have a lot of family members who are super creative. They crochet, sew. I have an aunt who was a seamstress. All of my aunts seem to know, they all knew how to crochet. So they used to make blankets and all kind of things. So I kind of picked, like when we were younger, me and my 2 sisters, my mother dressed us in crochet. That's all we wore in the 70s. We wore crochet. And I have a picture where I'm probably like almost 2 years old, and my two sisters are 6 and 7 years older than me, and I want to recreate these three outfits that we had on. So
Really?
that kind of brought me, because I've always been creative. I love arts and crafts. I do that for work. I was doing that for work. I was a recreation therapist. My sisters called me the activities lady. So I'm always doing something creative. And so crochet was just right up my alley. So I used to only, I like to say from footies to fashion, because that's what I started doing. When I learned how to crochet, I was only making footies. I didn't know what I was doing. Everybody got footies. So you do me, you got footies. And so now I can do fashion. And so it has evolved like into a full thing. I haven't arrived yet. I still have a lot to learn. I'm looking forward to learning. But I feel like have grasped the basics, and I just want to keep expanding.
Right. I will say the learning never stops. Like
Yeah.
never, ever, 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 ever.
It's just so much to know.
It's so much to know. Like, and then just adding in the different textures of yarn and weights and all that, and how to deal with those. And that's just a learning curve in and of itself as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and learning how certain fibers flow and drape, and it's a never ending story.
Yeah.
Color patterns. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a fulfilling lot though,
It
so
is.
Yeah,
and it's exciting. It never gets boring, because there's always something else to learn. Like I was trying to learn hairpin lace crochet. I kind of threw it to the side because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna get this one day.
That one is no joke.
Yeah.
I try, but it's like you got to be real dexterous to,
Yeah. So I haven't. My thing is sitting up here somewhere, like it's just lonely.
Yeah. Maybe
one day I'll get back into it.
We should have a workshop so that we're all forced to do it all at once.
Yes.
At least a project done or something. So, okay, Miss Rochae, I know you touched on this previously, but I'm just going to ask again. What brought you to the world of crochet?
Oh yeah, like you said, this is a really good question. So, like I said, for me, it was quite serendipitous. I just started watching a bunch of YouTube videos, and I started getting different books about crochet. Started learning everything to know about crochet. I guess I was hooked.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Right? But so my first thing I started to make was just bikinis, because those were the things I would like to wear growing just being in Jamaica, being surrounded by the beach, and being in the tropical climate. It's always nice with all the different waterfalls and places to go. So I would make a bunch of bikinis for my friends, and then all my friends are models, so it would be really nice, and I make bikinis for them. Till I started making dresses, and I'm like, oh, but this is nice. And I started getting very expressive with the way I showcase my art through my crochet. And so I just really enjoy crochet as a medium of expression, because I find people that crochet, they end up crocheting whatever it is that they love. Like, you can crochet anything, right?
Yeah.
And so we choose to crochet fashion because we love fashion. Others crochet origami toys. Others crochet household stuff, blankets. So that's what I love about crochet. It just really helps you to express, what you truly love.
Yeah. Yep. You are very right about that. There are so many pathways to go down when it comes to crocheting. So many. So many. Even within fashion, there are so many avenues to take as well, just from what kind of clientele do you want, the young or the older, the free or yeah. What was I going to say? I don't want to say skimpy, but for lack of a better word, for people who wear skimpier attire.
I
So,
see.
More
It's like the
revealing. More
demographic.
but there we
revealing.
go. Thank you. More revealing. There we go. So there you, and then you have the complete opposite of that spectrum where we got cardigans and covering everything up. So there's just so much when it comes to crocheting.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot. So I totally agree with that. All right. So Lazheta,
Yes.
in your view, both of you, this question is for both of you, but Lazheta, first. In your view, how has crochet as a fashion medium evolved over the years?
For one, everybody's like, whenever they see me crocheting, because of course I crochet everywhere I go. Oh, you remind me of my grandmother. I said, well, this is not your grandmother's crochet. So we are doing more than just blankets and, whatever grandmothers were, tablecloths or whatever they were doing. We have expanded this to something so amazing. I never thought that I would find so many people that were crocheting. Everybody's like, oh, it's such a dead art. And I'm like, I've not known it to be a dead art. I just didn't know that people were out here doing it. But now that I'm in this community, that's all I see is people doing all kind of stuff. So the way it has evolved from footies to fashion is amazing. Now you find it on the runways. I mean, I don't know if it was on the runways back in the day before I was into crochet, but now you see a lot of it on runways, and I just always love to see it because people are so fascinating in just the things that they can make. Even, what I love so much about crochet is that this ball of yarn, I can turn it into something where like I'm going to wear this actually outside of the house.
Right.
And it's amazing. It's just amazing to me. And then to see other people in it is amazing. I love that.
Yes.
So to piggyback off Miss Richardson here, like that, it's quite true. Like how crochet has evolved over the years is that currently crochet is trending now, especially among like the Gen Z population. They're quite interested in crochet and to do it themselves because they're quite conscious about their fashion and where it's coming from, and they want to know how it's made and prefer to make it themselves because crochet in itself can be quite therapeutic.
Yeah.
And then you look at mainstream fashion, you see a lot of crochet design that's evolving. Like you look at, the other day I look at stores like Nordstrom, I'm seeing crochet pieces, all over. And, it's quite impressive to see all of those designs and, where crochet has come, especially in fashion now. So.
Yes. One thing I'm seeing is and it has been my goal since I've gotten back into the whole crochet world is to take it from being a trendy thing to being a mainstream thing, like all the time, everywhere. Like there's always crochet fashion somewhere instead of it just being, oh, that's that 70s stuff,
That is
it's coming back. And I think it's planting itself to be here to stay for a while now. And especially since like you said, Gen Z is really picking up on it. So now crochet is definitely not your grandmother's crochet because it runs the gamut from young to old, and everything in between. So yes, it has definitely evolved as a medium. And then with the advent of different fiber types, it has become a more viable genre of clothing because you can wear crochet, like cotton and natural fiber type wear instead of just non-natural fibers as how yarn used to be more so back in the day. It was either wool or some form of polyester acrylic. Say that again.
There's more variety in the
yes, a whole lot more from like bamboo, silks, cotton, of course, and the different variations of cotton. Even acrylics have come a long way. There are some acrylics that mimic cottons just on look. So crochet fashion has definitely evolved, and I can't wait to see how much more so it is going to evolve. Even from, we're making the same types of things, but we're just making them on a grander scale now, I guess. Okay, so Lazheta and Rochae, how would you describe your style, and does your personal style influence your crochet designs?
So my personal style is comfort.
Exactly.
Any way possible. I like if I could wear sweats every day, I would be in some big sweats or some big baggy pants. But my crochet mimics that. I'm more of a modest dresser, and so a lot of my pieces are more. I would say they're more modest. So I try to. I think I try to crochet for people that want to be covered up, who want a full outfit on that is, full crocheted outfit that's covered from here, down. And so that's the way I normally dress. I do wear shorts and stuff, but most of my dresses are long. And so I like to to do long flowy things or some big pants, some palazzo pants, stuff like that, because that's what I like to wear. Anything that's comfortable and that you can just lounge around in, I love it. I swear I have a cover up, but I wear it all the time as a top, with a little tank top underneath it, but it's just really big and it's super comfortable. So my style is comfort at all times, and that's what I like to showcase. But I do have some things that show a little skin too. So I
Right.
think that's needed too, and I like the way it looks.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so for me, I love fashion, and I find the way a person dressed says so much about themselves. They can tell so much about their cultural background, their religious beliefs, their sexual orientation, all of these. And for me, I like to put my best self out there when I get dressed, and that's what my brand represents: opulence. So for me, my dress code, I find, is a little bit androgynous. Like sometimes I'll just, ease on just like a nice, easy at leisure wear, just something simple, like very casual. And then on the other hand, it's grandeur. It's, I love to ask a question. When you get dressed, who do you get dressed for, yourself or others? Most of the times, 90% of the time, people say they get dressed for themselves. 10% would say they get dressed for others. I say I get dressed for the stage, because life's a stage. Everything you do, you're constantly being watched, whether you like it or not, So you have to just put your best self out there. And that's what my brand represents.
I like
That's
that.
cool. Me too. I love
I like
that.
that. Just for the stage, because life is
Right.
a stage and people are
Life's a
watching
stage.
you.
Yeah.
And everything is an impression. Like you said, you can determine so much by just
How
your
you
outer
dress, how you
appearance.
carry yourself, and people treat you accordingly as well.
Indeed, they
Yeah,
do.
that's very true.
Absolutely.
So I
As much
always say, one rule in life: always dress well.
right. And I mean, it's unfortunate and it's a shame that it has to be that way, but that is just the
It's
way it
just the
is.
society we live in.
Yeah. They talk about don't judge books by their covers, but I mean,
Look at us.
Yeah, I always thought it was strange for me to be coming into fashion because I never felt like I was fashionable.
same here.
And I never thought that I had fashion, and I always felt like I was a bummy or whatever. And then my sister was like, "Well, that is your style." I'm really hippie. I'm a hippie really deep down in my soul. And I dress like a hippie. So, my friend told me I dress like rich white women, and they don't really, he said they don't really care how they look. They got all this money, but they come at the house, you never know.
But they always really are impeccable because if with
Hmm.
their clothes,
It's
if
a
you know.
subtlety.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So I had to accept the fact that I am fashionable. I have my own. I may not be what the world find as glamorous or whatever. And I'm not trying to portray that. I'm trying to be me, and this is what I'm comfortable in. And so that is my style. That is the style that I have.
Yes.
So
As I have increased in years, comfort is like key. Like I'm not
yes.
stressing about, I mean, I'll suck in my gut
So,
here and
okay,
there, but
comfort versus style. If you have to choose between the two, comfort or style?
Comfort. Rochae, like, oh no.
That's contingent upon where we going and what we're doing. Okay, to be honest with you, because I'll wear some shoes that hurt my feet as long as I can sit down all night, but I ain't standing up in them. Okay,
I
Because
see.
you still got to walk from the car to the place.
Not necessarily in the shoes though, all the time, you know. But but yeah, I'm.
For me, that's quite a tough one. It's hard.
Say that again.
For me, that's a tough one.
Yeah, because
on the one hand, you know.
So I try to marry the two. I try to be comfortably cute all the time, you know.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
So, like, I want to be able to have my belly out without you seeing that my belly is out, though. Yeah?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
That's how I need to be.
Yes.
So, for me, it's about comfort, and the other thing is color. Even though I wear a lot of black now, that's like a new thing. I just love color. Like you see, my line is just this burst of color, like mostly, and unusual color patterns together. That's what drives me and my style is colors and really also not giving a you know what anymore as I've gotten older, you know, about just certain things. So I really, comfort is definitely my style, comfort and color. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna really think about that, Rochae. Comfort or style. Like I said,
I know that's a good thought. Like I'm gonna have to find some more clothes that are comfortable and stylish at the same time.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask our audience who's watching us. I want y'all to tell us what is it for you? Is it comfort or style?
If they had to choose.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is very good. Yeah. That's a good conversation.
It is. It really is. All right. Thank you for that, ladies. Okay. So what themes or concepts have you explored in your latest crochet fashion pieces? I'm going to let Rochae take this one first.
Ooh, so as of late, I've gotten obsessed with fringes. So for Strands, and this is like probably too literal on the nose.
No, it's perfect.
but a lot of my pieces will feature a lot of fringes. I just love the way how the fiber falls, and you twist and twirl, and it gives this playful silhouette, and it's so especially when I wear it, when people try it on and they just start twirling in it, the sense of joy just comes over them. It's just such a playful thing. I am obsessed with fringes.
Okay. How do you keep your fringes from tangling up? That's been my issue. Mine just seem to tangle up.
I just accept that it comes with the territory. Okay. But I do have a trick where I plait them. Mm-hmm. So I try to make them into two parts, and I do a huge plait, and that was so when I store and transport, it doesn't get tangled. And then when I'm wearing it, I loose the plait. Then sometimes it might have my fringes a little curly. But that sometimes adds to the style, or you can straighten it if you wish.
Yeah. I usually carry a vent brush, one of those plastic vent brushes to brush out my fringes. So I'll be standing there brushing them like here. All right, Ms. Lazheta, what about you? What themes are concepts?
Well, for Strands, I have gone granny square crazy. So a lot of my designs are featuring different types of granny squares, and so I've actually really gotten into the granny square. I mean, it's like an array. It's so many different types of granny squares that you can do. So I really have enjoyed learning different, squares. So I've done a lot of that. And this year, I feel like this time I'm adding a lot more color. So color has been my new thing. I always say, oh, I love color. And then you see me in browns and greens and earth tone colors. But now I'm trying to explore with more color and, use color as a way of design.
It's funny because I like color, but I like the jewel tone, earth tone colorway. Of color. So
yeah, so do I think it's so warm, and I just guess I like muted colors. But now I'm just trying to crochet with some brighter stuff. you know, brighter yarn.
Sometimes, you know what I'll do is, and I've had my daughter do this too, is, or one of my daughters is pick the yarn for me. Like just put all, sometimes when you can't decide, just put all the yarn in a bag and just start picking out colors. Like, okay, this, I'm just going to use this. And 9 out of 10, it ends up being like a really nice combination. So I like that, that theory, or not theory, but that practice that I've adopted, because sometimes it takes a while to figure it out.
Oh yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to marry colors together.
Yeah.
I'm like, do these go? You just try
They
them.
don't have to go.
There's like a whole color theory thing.
Say that again.
There's like a whole color theory.
Yeah, there is. That sometimes I listen to and sometimes I do not care. Like, I just do what I want to do. And so for me, so you know the whole theme of Strands for 2024 is mosaic motifs. So that's why Miss Lazheta's been on her Granny Square mission. So motifs have been my thing for a while, because I like building with motifs a little bit better than starting from, 100 chain stitches. So, motifs have been my thing. So now next year's theme is Oh So Meshy. So I'm trying to marry mesh and motifs together and come up with the finding different mesh patterns, because there aren't that many that are published, I guess you could say. It's just trial and error and practicing and just putting different stitches together. So I've been working on trying to find new mesh patterns that aren't atrocious. Okay. Next question is, how do you select the fibers and materials you use in your designs? Lazheta. Oh no, Rochae, go ahead. Rochae, go ahead.
I select like a variety of fibers. I like playing with the different fibers. I like working with, your basic, acrylic yarn from Walmart to like some cashmere fibers, playing with viscose, different types. And so I enjoy working with different fibers. And so a lot of my pieces, they feature different fibers. My favorite type of fiber to work with is, I think, definitely cashmere. It's such a nice and luxurious feel.
Yes, just be careful in washing it.
And the instructions.
Do not wash with anything. Just don't wash it, period.
Or maybe just don't worry. Just look at it.
Right. Just put that in the closet.
Frame it. Okay, what about you, Miss Lazheta?
So I've started out using just acrylics. That was all that I used. And then when you told me about the mercerized cotton, I started using that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I love it. I love the way it falls, and just it was easy. So it was kind of harder for me to use thinner yarns because it seemed like my hands were cramping more. Or maybe I was just used to using acrylic, but now I'm getting more into different cottons. So I'm trying to learn to work with more cottons, but I have so much acrylic. I'll be using acrylic for a very long time. I wish y'all could see all the bins that I have, and then bags of crochet of yarn that I have that people have given me over the years. But I definitely am. I want to try. I've even tried, like, one of my outfits, I have faux fur on it. And so I'm trying to use just different types of, just learning how to work with different fibers. So just trying, but acrylic is a lot cheaper than the other ones. So that's why I started out with acrylics, but I'm learning how to make those flow as well. With steaming, you can make anything flow. And so I've learned to steam the hell out of some stuff.
Yes, that is my favorite way to block, is to steam block.
Yes.
Like, I'll take the iron and just steam block the heck out of something.
Yeah.
Aisha of Caradian Design says, loosen your tension. That helps with the thin yarn.
Oh, okay.
And one of my tricks for working with thin yarn, sometimes if something's too thin, is just to double it up, either with that same yarn or just something that complements or contrasts with it.
Okay.
So that you can actually use it up.
Yeah.
I just finished a piece where I used cotton threads pretty much throughout, but I tripled it up. It was two strands of cotton thread and then another strand of sequin. So that made it like thick enough to not stress me out,
Right.
for a dress. So that's a trick to do, is to double or triple up your thin yarn.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a good
Using
idea.
the combination, or even just use them as borders sometimes on your projects.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Never thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me answer that question. I am a natural fiber person, so it's always about the natural fiber for me, and color comes next. It's whatever I can find, and that's natural fiber, and then the colors that come with that, which can be quite limiting sometimes. But when you throw the crochet thread in there, which comes in goo gobs of colors, it opens it up a little bit. Not a little bit. It opens it up so to use. All right. So how long does it typically take to create one of your signature or one of your crochet pieces? Rochae.
Okay, I laugh.
You're laughing. Why?
I don't know. I've never met a crochet artist that times themselves.
Say that again one more time.
Do you guys time yourselves?
No, because my projects take forever.
I
Yes.
always tell people a month, but if I'm to be honest, I can make one of my signature pieces in 5 hours because I'm obsessed with being fast. So I have this aspiration to have the Guinness World Record for world's fastest crocheter. So I'm always just like constantly like, oh, how fast can I make this? Okay, I start at 8 a.m. Let's see how quick I can be done. And
yeah. No, so I'm forever working on multiple pieces at a time. So I never, and it takes me forever.
Oh, that
Yes.
I try to stop doing. I go one at a time, one in a line. I can't take that confusion.
Yeah, it does get confusing because then I'm like, what hook did I use?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
like, yeah, I know there are stitch markers out there that I need to buy that have like the hooks.
Ooh, I guess like if you run out of yarn for one project, like a particular color, that's the worst when you have to stop.
Yes.
Or
And then
how
try
about
to find the yarn and they
how about
sold
when
out.
yeah, or you
Just
put
that
it down for a minute and then you go pick it up and then you run out of yarn and then try to go get the yarn and they don't make that damn color anymore. It's just
Right.
different shade of the same color.
It's just gone. It's like, okay, so do I frog this or what do I do now?
I have an anti-frogging motto. I say no to frogging. I put so much work into it. I'm just going to create something else.
So I try to do that. And then I keep looking at it and then get madder and madder. So then I'm just like, forget it. I'll just frog it. And then I'm like, that was like 2 movies down the drain.
Right. Oh. And I don't have a problem with frogging things. People like, are you gonna take? I was working on a top, and it just wasn't. I don't know what I was doing. I create the thing turns into something while I'm creating, so it wasn't turning into whatever in my mind it was supposed to be. So I took the whole thing apart, and everybody mouth was open, like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't like it," so I'm just frogging and frogging. They were just like mortified.
Right.
I've done that recently a couple times. Like, okay, yeah.
I don't mind. I do not mind frogging anything.
I can't. I feel like every effort and time I put in is just being, I don't know, erased.
It is and isn't, because at least you know now not to do that again.
Right.
Yes, I'll correct it on the next project.
But sometimes your mind is so stuck, like, I want it to be this way. This is what I want. But I feel it depends. Like recently, I frogged about this much of a top that I had done already.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually even I had taken a picture of it and posted it. And then as I kept looking at it, I was like, I don't like this. So I just took it apart, like, and started all over. But I'm back to where I was. So I feel like, okay, it is what it is. But I feel you, Rochae. I feel you, because I am sitting there like, that was 30 minutes. That was 1 hour. That was 2 hours gone.
I'm just like, okay, you're not a top anymore. You're a person now, okay?
I have to get that. I have to get that mindset.
It's just an opportunity to create something new.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. But lately, I've been trying to be like, no, do it how you want to do it. So just go ahead and frog it and just say,
yeah,
to the time, But I feel you. I do. Okay, so yeah, for me, it takes forever to make pieces. Lazheta, did you answer that question?
No, the one piece that I made, I call it my signature piece because it has my name going down the legs, Ava Rose.
Oh, well, literally.
But that one, I swear, that one took a month. Maybe because I was new to the technique. I had never made a pair of pants before, so it did take me a little bit longer. I think if I was to do that project again, it would take me a lot less time. I know what to expect, know how to put things together. So yeah, I swear that one took me over a month. And with everything else that I was doing 50 million pieces all at one time. So when I get bored with one, I put that down, then I have to go to something else. And so then whenever I get bored with that, I go to something else. So I have 12. I sleep with yarn, and those are my best friends. I sleep with yarn, hooks, scissors, all kind of stuff. So I wake up in the morning, I'm just hoping not to be stabbed to death.
So one thing I've learned and why I've had to frog things is crocheting while tired.
Oh, that's the worst.
You be sitting there trying to crochet and your eyes are drooping. And then the next morning you look at it and you're like, what the hell? WTF did I just do? Like,
what was I doing? Yes. And I do that all the time. Like, I hope I have no coworkers on here. But anyway, when I used to crochet at work and I would be so sleepy and I'm just like, okay, I've done this same row 50 times, taking it apart, do it again. I just like, look, okay, I need to just stop, put it away, and then go do something else. Get up, move around. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, what I like to do, like in between those moments, I have stretches. So it's something I look forward to doing. Like every 30 minutes, I stop and I stretch and exercise.
She's smart, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't get too bored with the process.
Okay, so you're gonna have to show us your stretches. If you want to do it now, you can. But one of these days, we're gonna have to do a video of crochet stretches.
Ooh, that's such a cute idea. Like, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because we really need to be like today. My hand has been cramping all day right in here. So I've been doing this all day, just massaging in the inside. I stayed up to about 3:00 last night, taking apart a skirt, or I don't know what they were. I did it a long time ago, and I was like, I need this yarn. So I took it apart, but then trying to crochet and put pieces together. This morning I was just so sore. So I'm like, whoo, yeah, I need to do that all the time.
Arm stretches.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, because my hand was in pain the other day too. Yeah, I feel you on that, Lazheta. We just think that we're just still like 25 and do every dang thing at ungodly hours of the night.
Oh, right.
Like sometimes I'm crocheting and I feel like a little cramp in my arm. I'm like, oh, I wish I was a machine.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Now, how do you stay on top of trends while keeping your designs unique and true to your vision? As if to say that you do stay on top of trends, because I'm not one to be like, I don't give a damn about a trend. So
for me, I like to observe trend, to look at where fashion is and what it's saying at the moment, but I don't necessarily follow it. I think myself a trendsetter.
I would, yes.
That's good.
But no, I like to just observe the trends, not
And make
necessarily.
your own. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Mhm.
Lazheta?
Yeah, well, I use the current fashion as my inspiration. So when I see some pieces out there that are in fashion, different fashion shows, I have I have become the fashion show queen because that's all I watch on YouTube now is fashion shows and all
Okay.
these high end fashion shows. And I just find some pieces like I have to make that. I just want to see that needs to be in crochet. Like that would look so good in crochet. So that gives me inspiration to kind of recreate that in crochet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't, like I said, I don't stay on top of trends. But I will in a heartbeat take something out of my closet and be like, oh, I'm gonna make this into crochet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
but there are certain pieces sometimes I see too that that are trending that I really enjoy, and I'm like I have to recreate this. Like there's this particular yellow sunshine, like
the
flower.
sunflower.
Yes, like a flower
Yeah.
type
You,
skirt and top. I saw it was viral, trendy, and I'm like, okay, this is too cute. I have to recreate.
And
So
it looks so good on
yeah, it
you.
did. You
It's
look amazing on
beautiful.
it.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
well, thank you.
It looked like it was made just for you.
Right.
Well, maybe it was. Well, I'm gonna have to thank Crochet the brand.
Yeah, it was really cute. You looked really good in that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
yes, I like certain trending pieces. You're like, okay, I have to recreate because it's just so cute, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What is the most rewarding part of creating crochet fashion?
Ooh.
ooh, seeing other people in it.
Okay.
Just I love to see people wearing my crochet. And people just love to tell they love to say, oh look, she made this. She made so I recently just made a bear's hat. Something as simple as a bear's hat, like this hat up here.
Mhm.
And this guy, we were at a house picnic, and I'm telling you, from just him having that hat on, so many people got my business card that night. And I just got so much business just from him. He was like so hyped. Like it was, I was like, it's just a simple hat, but he felt like it was amazing. Like, oh my god! So I love that. I love the response of people wearing crochet or seeing me, because I like to upcycle my t-shirts or something
Mhm.
that I have on and that where I'm in my brand but not full crochet, like a whole full crochet top or something, but a partial crochet, and people see that and they think that's amazing.
Mhm.
But just to see other people wearing my stuff, I just love that, and the pride that I have seeing them, and that the pride they have wearing it. They
Right.
feel good wearing it, just like you said, Rochae, how people just, you want people to feel good in your wares, and so I love it.
Mhm.
I think same question for me is okay. Well, I love seeing people wearing my crochet, and I love when I wear it, and people enjoy seeing me in it. They always come up to me and they're like, "Oh my, this is like a living art piece or something."
Yeah.
they can be so extra. But what I enjoy is because I'm Rochae, I crochet. So there's like a 9 out of 10 times you see me, I'm going to be sitting there crocheting. What I love is when people see me crochet, like they look at me and they look at what I'm doing and they're like, okay, it doesn't match, but I like it. They come to
Right.
me and they're like, this is like a movie. And they sit and just stare, mesmerized.
Yeah. Hmm.
But then I most times I don't even notice. It's people like coming up to me and telling me, and it's so funny all the questions they ask.
Mhm.
It's so repetitive. What are you making? How long have you been crocheting?
No, what are you knitting?
Right?
Oh
Knitting.
yeah,
Oh, what are you
that's all
knitting?
I
That's
hear.
it.
I say I
But
don't
it's
knit.
it's a fun interaction and a great way to meet people and an
It
absolute
is.
fun
Yeah.
conversation starter. So I enjoy just crocheting in public. Look at me saying knitting. They've gotten to me.
um, I can't remember where I was, but this guy was like, "Oh, you're crocheting," and I just about fell over. Like, you
Right?
know what I'm
You
doing?
know.
You know what I'm doing?
Right.
You didn't say knitting. What? I was so flabbergasted. Like I was so impressed that he knew what the hell he was talking about.
Friends.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I love it.
Right.
I love it when people want to learn though. I've had men who ask me to teach them how to crochet. You know, so when people see me crochet and they say, can you teach me that? I want to learn. I'm like, okay. I know my patience is not where it used to be in life,
right.
but I can try.
Right. Like, watch some YouTube videos first. If you have any questions, then ask me.
Yes.
All right. So we got about 10 minutes left. And I just wanted to talk a bit about Strands, Lazheta, and what your experience was at the March show. And if you just had any words to give to Rochae about what you went through and how you experienced it for the first time.
That was my first fashion show. First of all, like seeing these other women. Now, the Double Stitch Twins, I had been following them on YouTube for a very long time, so I was super excited to meet them, and thinking that they're up here, but they were so cool. I'm telling you, it was like the best experience ever. It was wonderful. We were like an instant family. And we all came together just so easy. And Stacy was just so calm, and just it was very great. It was a cool experience. It was fun. The models were fantastic. Everybody was just great. Everything flowed. I had a ball, and I just didn't want it to end, really. I wish it could have went another week, and we could have all hung together. Look at you, like, no more weeks.
No. Yes, no. I was gonna say, 2025. We've got March sewn up for like a whole lot of workshops and classes and a whole lot of stuff. So if you're gonna put in some time off from work, do it now. So,
okay, yeah, because it was just a joy. And then at the last minute, where people are still trying to make stuff or fixing things up, and we all were helping each other. So, and everybody wants to see everybody do well. And it's not like a me show and I'm here, I'm this. Everybody worked together. Everybody wanted everybody to succeed and have the best show they could. Everybody just worked together perfectly. It was fantastic. Rochae, the only words I can give you is to just be ready for the fun, girl, because it was so much fun, and it was a family atmosphere. And for me, it was a lot of learning from everybody, just seeing their styles, and it was wonderful. So I just say to just be open to having a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for those wonderful words. That was nice.
Yeah.
We do have a great time. I drill a spirit of collaboration like all the time. Like, I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration.
Yeah.
We all have a hook and some yarn, but we all do different stuff. Like, we do not all create the same thing. So we all have our lanes, and we all have our own specific stamps or watermarks or whatever you want to call it on our work. So I really enjoy, and I'm glad that I've picked people to come together when we come together. Like, we fit together like I don't know, a socket and a plug. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just nothing was forced. It wasn't, nobody was like, oh, hey, girl. It was just instant love. It was fantastic.
Yeah, no pretense, no nonsense, no drama, no nothing.
None.
Amongst the models, the sisterhood that the models have with each other is just amazing. It's just a great family environment. Like, we all just get along.
It was perfect, like instantly.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
All right. Instagram's going to kick us off here. So I want to quickly ask you guys, what can we expect from your collection at Strands 2024 this fall? Like, and what message or feeling do you wish to convey to the audience?
Expect to be gagged, done.
With opulence.
Now I'm extra excited. I can't wait.
I know.
That's so cool. Well, for me, it's just I'm kind of using some of my stuff from before, but I'm trying to revamp things that I have. I'm into upcycling my own stuff. So I just did like one. I had a short set in the last one, and I changed it. So just be ready to see some old but new, oldies but newbies.
We call those
new to you.
transformations.
Transformations, yes, that's what it is.
This was a transformation. This used to be a long sleeve sweater that was short. Now it's a long tunic with short sleeves. So, yeah,
take this off of here, put it down here.
Yeah, I'm into transforming some stuff too, for sure. Like just you can make a whole new piece out of the same old thing. So,
yeah.
I'm with that for sure. So, okay, Miss Lazheta, tell the world how they can get a hold of you, please.
You can reach me on Instagram, AvaRose_crochet. I'm on TikTok, same name, AvaRose_crochet. Facebook, I am Ava Rose Creations. That's 3 words, or Lazheta Roseanne on Facebook. What else is there?
Website?
I don't have a website. I'm in Hookers. I'm on Hookers Lane.
Hooker Lane.
Hooker Lane.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
on
more.
Hooker Lane. But yeah, website to be coming soon.
Yeah, to be determined.
Yeah. To be determined soon. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Miss Rochae.
Okay. So hi guys. You can find me on Instagram at Crochet the Brand Official. That's a C, and you put my name Rochae, ROCHAE, the Brand Official. You might see a page pop up called Crochet the Brand. That's an old page. I have no access to it. Sorry. But so there's a link in my website. A link in my bio on Instagram that will take you to my Etsy shop, and you can shop my pieces there, or you can send me a DM directly on Instagram. I'm rarely ever on Facebook, but it's the same name on Facebook, Crochet the Brand Official. However, mainly Crochet the Brand Official on Instagram, and shop the link in my website. Thanks.
Yes. Okay. So you can catch Miss Lazheta and Miss Rochae at the Sweet Auburn Music Festival on September 28th and 29th. Lazheta is showcasing on Saturday, the 28th, correct?
Yes.
And Rochae, you will be doing both days, right? The 28th and the 29th. Our show times, we are shooting for between 1 and 6. Stay up. You can find information on the website fiberartsfashion.com to get specifics as we get closer to the day as to what time everybody will be displaying. But please come by the Hooker Lane booth to meet the designers. If you can come out to the Sweet Auburn Music Festival, it's a free event in Atlanta, in downtown Atlanta, at 320 Irwin Street Northeast. Don't give me the line about the zip code, but just put in sweetauburnmusicfest.com or hit up Instagram at Sweet Auburn Music Fest. Lots of fabulous fun, talent, food, fashion. There'll be a fashion village with Tiger Leonard putting on fashion shows for men's streetwear. And it's just a really good time. So be prepared to have fun, ladies. Come with whatever you want to come with, and just enjoy the day. So again, thank you both for participating in Strands for our fall edition.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Excuse me. And Lazheta, thank you very much for returning. And thank you, Rochae, for being interested in participating. And hopefully you will become part of our Strands brand for many, many years.
Absolutely.
So, ladies, is there anything else you want to say to sign off?
No. Looking forward to reading everything. Right. Check us out on Instagram.
I can't even get this
All right.
Check them out on Instagram, Ava Rose Crochet, and Crochet the Brand Official, and fiberartsfashion.com, and Pink Joy Crochets.
Oh, that's absolutely.
Say that again.
No, Yes.
All right. So thank you guys for
Thank you.
joining us. Thank you to all the Crow sisters and Crow bros. Crow bros. That is a new one, right? Crow bros.
Crow bros.
There watching us. And stay tuned. Tomorrow we have Miss Oni and Javine Walder as our other two designers for tomorrow's episode at between 8 and 8:30. I will update y'all. Have a great night. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.